Hello students, in this video we will learn how to factorize the expression, right, by grouping method. So here, the first of all, when you see the question, this is the second step of the middle term breaking, right? So what we need to do that we need to make a pairs here, right? So we need to arrange something here. This is 2xy and this is minus 3y, right? So I'm arranging it 2xy minus 3y because I need both the brackets same, minus 8x and plus 12. Right? Now what we need to do, we need to make these two pairs. What is the highest common factor between 2y? Is the highest common factor. The y cancel, we left with 2x minus 3. Okay. Same bracket should become in the next step. Okay. Minus 8 and 12, the highest common factor is 4. 4 what's are 8? 4 2s are 8 and x will be there. Minus plus is minus and 4 3s are 12. Check both the brackets are same. Now we need to factorize and take one bracket common, which is 2x minus 3. And this is y minus 4 write down in the another bracket. Okay, y minus 4. This is the answer. Okay, now next question. Sorry, question 2. 6xy minus 15y plus 10 minus 4x. Now here, see, both the brackets must be similar, right? So 6xy minus 15y. So what we need to do here, if I'm going to arrange them, right? If I will not arrange them, so the bracket won't come same, like the negative part will not come same here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, that's 6xy, right? And 4x, right? Arrange it. Okay, and then minus 15y and plus 10. Okay, now make pairs. So 6 and 4, the highest common factor is 2 and x. Between them, 2, what's 6, 2 3s are? X cancel y minus 2, right? 2 2s are 4. Now, next bracket 15 and 10, the highest common factor is 5. Only 5, right? 3y because 5 3s are 15 and y minus plus is minus and 5 2s are 10. See, both the brackets are same here. So first of all, what we need to do, just take a pencil, right? Do this first step, right, with the pencil. Once you will see both the brackets are same, then you are good to go to make the pairs, right? Now you need to close it. So here 3y minus 2 one time, and then 2x and minus 5 write down in the other bracket. Okay, let's solve the next one. The next one is 10 minus, which one is that? The 10 minus, I've solved the 10 minus, no, this is the C one. Okay, 10 minus 14 p plus 7 pq and minus 5q. Okay, let's check, students. If I'm going to make the, we need to arrange it, right? How I'm going to arrange it is 10 and minus 5q. If I'll take 10 and minus 5q, or 7pq and minus 14p. You can take these two numbers as well. You can take 14p, right? If I take that 7pq, which is plus, then minus 14p, right? And then minus 5q and the plus 10, right? Let's see. 7, p is the highest common factor. We left with q inside minus 2, right? Because 7 2s are 14, pp cancel. Here it's minus 5 is the highest common factor. Left with q, minus plus, minus, and 5 2s are 10, right? See, both the brackets are same. Now 7p minus 5, you can write down the common one in the bracket and q minus 2 in the second bracket as well. Okay, I hope students that you people understood about this factorization. Now I'm going to explain you that the another question which is based on identities, right? So this one is identities. Here, if the question is in this form, right? If the question is in this form, like a square plus 2ab plus b square, means like the first one and the last one in perfect square. Okay, so how we will convert this into a plus b the whole square, right? So the question here is, right, a square plus, this is first question, a square plus 14a plus 49. You can solve this question with middle term breaking as well. But no, when you will see that the first one, the first term and the last term are the perfect square, right? So solve it with identities. How? See, a square, you need to find out the square root. They are in the perfect square, right? So you need to find out the square root. Means a square root is a to the power square, right? So inside the bracket, you need a single term, okay? Leave some space or the middle one, and then 49. So what is the square root of 49? 7, because 7 sevens are 49. So 7 to the power square. If in case instead of 49, if it's 64, so you will take 8 to the whole square. In case if it's 4, so you will take 2 to the whole square. If in case it's 81, right, so you will take 9 to the whole square. If it's 100, so take 10 to the whole square, right? So it means that inside the bracket, you need a square root of that number, right? So here for this type of a question, it is very important to check first and the last terms must be perfect square. Okay, then only it will solve with the identities. So now plus 14a, the formula says, what is the formula? The formula says a square plus 2ab plus b square. So we have done a square means a to the whole square, b to the whole square. Now plus sign, formula says 2. So write down 2. And then a and b, right? Make two brackets. So what is a here? What is a here? This is a, right? And what is b here? 7. Acha, you no need to write down a square because in the formula it is not mentioned a square, even it is not mentioned b square. So you're not supposed to write down 49. You need to write down ab means the square root one number, right? Now when you multiply this middle one, you will exactly get this 14. See, 2 sevens are 14a, right? So you people are self-checking for this question. If you will get the same when you multiply the middle one and you will get 14a, it means your first square root and the last square root were perfect. Now how are you going to close this? Close this in a plus b the whole square here, right? So a plus b the whole square, right? In this form that you need to close. So a is basically a here, plus sign, and what is b? Here in the question, what is b? 7. So a plus 7 to the whole square is the final answer. Okay, let's solve another question. Another question is 4b square plus 4b and plus 1. This is also our first identity. How come? 4b square. This is also perfect square and the last one 1. 1 is a number that you can make a perfect square or perfect, anything you can make it, because when you put the power on 1, it gives you 1 in the end, right? So what is the square root of 4? The square root of 4 is 2. And what is the square root of b? 2b. I'm taking the square root 4b square and then the whole square, leave some space in the center, then plus 1 the whole square, right? Now the formula says plus 2ab now, plus 2a is your 2b and b is 1. This is b, that is b, and this is a. Okay, now when you multiply this, it must be equal to 4b. 2 2s are 4 and 4b. 4b ones are 4b. See, so the first term and the last term is perfect. So 2b, right? Now you need to close this into a plus b. So a is basically here 2b plus what is b? B is 1. And then what you need to do in the bracket, it says a plus b the whole square. So a plus b the whole square means 2b plus 1 is the answer. Okay, students, do practice, practice, and practice, because you know that practice makes perfect. Okay, so it requires practice, a lot practice, right? Thank you for watching.